started a watch list just for triple-digit growers, no matter the market cap. A lot of these are thin, but I'm thinking, one way to scale my trading also is to start trading some of these things on the weekly chart instead of the daily, and maybe accumulate positions over several days. Because these things, in the right market conditions, these things can go up 300, 500, 1,000% in a few months. 3-6 months. There is a big edge, and you get these markets a couple of times per year, most years. So I think there's a big edge in trading. It's one way to diversify my trading a little bit, since I'm having trouble trading the way I've been doing because of the size I trade. So it would be nice, have a little bit like position type of trades where I'm in for 3-6 months, 9 months, etc. I'll run some scans on TC2000, sorry, not TC, MarketSmith, and just build that watch list. My triple-digit watch list is right here. Also, there's a lot of random stocks that have these random growth spouts because they get a big contract and stuff like that. Try to figure out, which ones actually have real growth versus something like if it's a biotech that got some bio bucks, or some company that got a big contract and then they're not gonna get a new contract for the next 3 years. Obviously, I want a certain type of growth stocks. Now, obviously, you have to do some research on every. If you're gonna hold a stock for a month, half year, or a year, you need to make sure that the business is gonna continue. That it's not some kind of funny business like financial engineering or some kind of a one-time stuff behind it. You want to preferably catch a secular trend. A company that carved out a niche, that are leading in their niche, or just are have a hot product in a hot, very growing sector. Something that can grow for years and years going forward. Those are the type of stocks you really want to find. So you have to do some research on. You can't just buy them because they have triple-digit numbers. That's not really a good idea. It's all about and also many of these companies, they have triple-digit numbers now, but maybe next quarter they're gonna have negative growth. Maybe growth is gonna slow down. Then many of these, they're gonna go down 50-70% because of multiple contraction. So you really want to make sure that it's something that can keep growing for a while. I found 29 stocks that were interesting. I'm probably gonna remove 3 or 4 of these, or maybe even more, maybe 4, 5, 6, once I dig in a little bit further. But you have a total of, let's say you remove 4 of them, you have 25 stocks. And the only thing you have to really do to have a really, really good returns every year, just focus on those stocks. That's one way of cutting down the noise in the stock market. These are the elite stocks. If you've done your research and cut out the random ones, these are elite names. These stocks are powered by rocket fuel in the right market condition. Usually, an average year has a 2 to 3 bull runs on an average year. Then there are years that go straight up pretty much the most of the time. 2 of those years I can remember was 2017. Market pretty much went up the whole year without any significant pullback at all, and 2013. But those years are exceptions. Even though 2020 was straight up most of the year, like January and then mid-March and onward, it also had a mini bear market. But most years have 2-3 decent bull runs, and those are the times when these types of triple-digit stocks will double, triple, quadruple in a very short amount of time. Zoom last year, yeah. The thing is, Zoom had triple-digit EPS and revenue even before COVID. But it was COVID that really started the move. When people realized stay at home was going to be a thing. or work from home. So that's one way of cutting down the noise in the market. Now, one thing you can also do is look for companies that have big estimates. Now, that may not have triple-digit EPS right now, but or revenue, but they are expected to have. You know, those are also, because always stocks trade on the future, not what's happening right now, most of the time. Except when they are like panics or euphoria, but most of the time, market is forward-looking. And something like this too, it's another one of these COVID-related names. They do these diagnostics and stuff. Very big earnings, triple-digit, right? But look at the chart. It's been going sideways for pretty much a year. It made a big move. Now it's been going sideways. What does that mean? That means the market doesn't have confidence in this thing to keep growing. Versus something like Futu, which is still in an uptrend, right? Or Tiger, or this FLGT that reported today. They're still in uptrends. You want stocks in uptrends. You know, something like this, I'm not really interested in something like this. It had negative growth, then it had big triple-digit growth, then it had a negative quarter. It's too cyclical. You know, I want something predictable, something that's, you know, growing quarter after quarter. I don't want something random. I want the best ones. I want the best companies, the elite of the elite companies with the best products and services, the cutting-edge stuff. That's where the big money is. If you focus on the best of the best, your accounts are gonna be best of the best. If you focus on random stuff, well, your results are gonna be random. And also, this is another biotech, and this is obvious also biobucks. You have single-digit revenue, suddenly 112 million, and suddenly they have a big profit. But it's bio. It's a one-time item, not something I'm interested in. It needs to be recurring revenue. Look at this thing. This thing has quadruple-digit EPS and revenue growth. This FLGT. That's not very common. Not a lot of stocks have growth like this. Holy shit. Quadruple digits. Market Smith doesn't show more than triple digits. It's 999/999. Just look at this. This is a company hitting a home run with their product or service. Look at this. They went from like single-digit millions in sales to now almost 300 million this quarter. It's some kind of genetic testing company. I don't know if it's COVID-related or I don't know what it is, but they're having some success. And you can trade these things. You know, if you find a strategy, just focus on triple-digit, or in this case quadruple-digit growth stocks. You can find a very big edge. These things can make extreme moves in right market environments. Market goes up to 20%. These types of stocks can go up to 100%. Yeah, this is what you want to look for. You're looking at the earnings and the revenue, you're like, holy shit. Okay? If you start like, is it good? Is it that good? Then the answer is no. You want the holy shit moment. Because if you get a holy shit moment, other market participants will have a holy shit moment too. And the market realizes, wait, this stock is not where it should be. Like for example, something like this ANAB, it's a biotech stock. Now, if you look at this thing, I mean, look at the earnings and growth. Look at this thing. They have no revenue and suddenly they got 60 million. That's obviously biobucks. Just like they got 5 million here, 3 million here, 15 million here. So that's irrelevant. That's not something you look for. You want the consistently accelerating growth. Something like this apps. This is a perfect one. Another one. Look at the move it made. I'm definitely gonna start trading these on the weekly. Look at something like this, consistently ramping up and starting accelerating. Look at this thing. They have a product or service that is in high demand. They're not dependent on one big customer. They constantly have, you know, a lot of customers buying their product. That's why their numbers are so steady. And there's not a lot of, and then you have something like APT. Now this is a one-trick pony, obviously. They make masks, and they've had triple-digit earnings and revenue growth lately. But now with the COVID vaccine and everything coming out, you know, their business is probably not going to be booming going forward. Now this thing obviously made an enormous move early last year, which we also caught both on the long and the short side. But that's not, it's a one-trick pony. You know, you want something that you know, a company that can do very well for several years into the future. Now, obviously, these things can be traded too, but you have to trade them a bit differently. I'm pretty much looking at this as a position trading method, where I'm in for 3, 6, 9, 12 months, maybe even. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm only looking for certain types of companies. And also the momentum has to be there. There has to be an uptrend. For example, something like APT, it's not trending. It's been going sideways for over a year now. You want them to surf the moving averages.